Introducing the all-new BYD Sea Lion 7, the luxury electric SUV that's changing the game. Book your free test drive today at the BYD showroom in Sheffield.
Dr. Steelhammer, Vladimir Klitschko, and Dr. Iron Fist, Vitaly Klitschko, Shannon the Cannon Brigg, and Butterbean, Cruiserweight King Jai Opetaia.
Boxing King Media powered by BYD. Dalton Smith, we're here at the Steel City Gym in Sheffield, just on a media workout, a round of media. We're literally 3 weeks away from fight week.
2.5 weeks. Yeah. 2.5 weeks, yeah.
So it is actually, funny enough, on Easter weekend. I'm actually curious to know, if you wasn't fighting, how is like Easter weekend normally like for you as a family?
It's not too much, to be honest. We'd probably go to my nan's. She'd have like a buffet on, put some food. Yeah, not too much. Just eat some good food, but we can do that after the fight on the Sunday.
What does Nana Smith put on the meal? I met your granddad. I've never met your nan, so I'm curious. No.
She's the cook of the family. She'll put obviously she does like Sunday roast every weekend. But something like that, she put like a bit of a spread on buffet. Just like little bits of food and stuff. So yeah, it's always nice.
Mate, if she ever saw this, she's gonna be sat watching, go through all the effort to put in food on the table on Easter, and Dalton's described it as little bits of food.
Little bits. That's what it is. Little bits of a lot of things. That's what it is. But I always tend to try and stay away from my nan's in camp, because I think I'll struggle to make weight if not. Yeah.
What's your nan like? Because I've met your granddad before. I don't know what he's like.
The best. Yeah. Obviously, Mother's Day, she basically is my mother. So yeah, she's a diamond. My nan is.
Yeah, she played a big part in obviously your childhood, and obviously
massive part. Like you said, my granddad. But I always say like my nan and granddad, they're basically like my second mum and dad. You know, they brought us up while my dad was working obviously, because he was raising us. So. Yeah, massive part of my life. But yeah, she's a diamond.
You're obviously hitting 30 very soon. I don't want to remind you, but
not yet. I'm only just 28.
In a couple of years, a lot of people look at that kind of age to like settle down, kids and stuff like that. Do you think about that? Do you want to be a dad because you kind of brought up in a family environment?
Can't wait to eventually be a dad one day, but of course you've got to make sure everything's right in this world, aren't you? But of course, don't stress out. For me, my boxing comes first. Make sure I get everything there, and then everything else will fall into place around it.
I know you got your cousin as well, who's doing really well in the amateurs. Before I speak about him, would you have like loads of kids, or do you think you'd be like a 2 type person?
Oh, he's 3. I think 3 is a good number.
Yeah.
I think I definitely have more than 1. I couldn't just have 1 child, but yeah, like you say, everything's. I might end up having more than 3. You never know, but I definitely want more than 1.
Yeah. Family of Smiths all over Sheffield.
So you've got to keep the name going, keep the cult going. So yeah.
Do you see yourself like maybe running this gym at some point as well?
I'd like to say not. I always think once I've done with boxing, once I've done with my career, I'll be done with boxing. Maybe manage a couple of fighters and stuff. But I think to be a coach, it takes a lot of commitment, especially if you've got a couple, you're constantly in camp. So, like I said, once my boxing career is done, I want to focus on having a family and enjoying that side of life. What I've never been able to do as a fighter. So, yeah, who knows? But I'd like to say no.
Okay. And just because you don't normally talk a lot about stuff, because I'm going to try and keep it different, because everyone is going to probably talk to you about you. Yeah, so I'm trying to keep it different as much as I can. I was speaking to Liam the other day. I spent a lot of time in the last couple of weeks with him. Obviously, I filmed him. What did you make of the stuff I created on him?
Good, and it's just showing Liam in the flesh. That's Liam. He didn't try to be anyone different, and it's just good that he can express. People can see what Liam's like. One of the good guys. And someone who deserves good from life. He wants the best for everyone around him, and it's just nice to see that he's doing well now. So yeah, I thought the content was good.
What does it say about kind of not just this gym, just as this community as well? Like, you've got 2 guys, and that's what stuck out to me the most. 2 guys, different backgrounds, different skin colors, everything, but they're almost like one.
Yep, exactly that. The human at the end of the day, that they are just one, and it just shows that obviously they'll take the piss out of each other till they're black and blue, but they mean good. And like you said, the community we're in, and it's the world we live in. Look at the world we live in. There's a lot of hate on this, hate on that, races, religions, this and that. But you look at this community. There's every religion going, every skin color going, and you know, especially in the gym, everybody's one.
So like I said, I made the point of the flags in the gym as well. It kind of shows the kind of unity you've got here as well. There's something else Liam told me, because there's a lot of stuff, you know, you have off cuts that never make it into the full feature. But I wasn't recording this when he was telling me. He said when he came back for the Whittaker fight, obviously at that point he was still struggling. And you've never made this public, so I'm going to bring it up myself. You said you helped him out loads. I'm not going to go into detail how, but he said if you never helped him out, he would have struggled. So it says a lot about you, man. I rate that.
But that's it. It's just help. Like you say, you didn't. Obviously, you don't have to tell people that. You know, I try and help people. Like you say, help the people around you. Help people who are good to you. And but that's Liam's done well off his own back. You know, he's the one who's put the work in. And like you say, every success he's had's off his own back. You know, he's the one who's got himself off the couch. You know, pulled himself through the struggle, and he's reaping those rewards. It's nothing from what I've done. You know, I've just given him a little pat on the back, basically, a little, you know, little help. So, you know, what I've done is nothing to what Liam's achieved for himself.
I want to like concentrate on you, but you as a person. What made you want to help him? That's what I want to ask you. Why you as a person? Is that something that's brought up in you from your granddad, your dad?
People do say, of course, it's exactly that. It's the way I've been raised, I think. And I don't do it for my own ego. You know, I help many people out, and I say, look, nobody needs to know. I don't want it to boost my own ego or anything like that. It's if you see good in people and they work hard, like, you should help people, because it'll always come back in good ways to yourself. So yeah, at the end of the day, I feel good from helping somebody else. I don't feel good to boost my own ego. It's just I just like to help people out.
It takes me back to, and I said this to Amir Khan the other week, funnily enough, because, you know, I was at a charity event with him, and he does a lot for charity and just helping people out. It's that famous quote from Muhammad Ali where it goes, "Service to others is the rent you pay for the room here on earth."
Exactly, you know, and it goes back to we're all just one. Nobody, no matter what you achieve, whether you're a world champion or you're a plumber, or, you know what I mean, everybody's one. We're all here for the same reason, and it's just help each other, man. Life's hard enough as it is, so help each other out when they're down.
Brilliant. I always like to get to know a little bit extra about you, Dalton, every time we speak. So the last question, I'll leave the boring one till the end. If you can answer it in one go for me, how's training camp, and what's the game plan, and what are you going to do to this guy on April 19th?
Game plan's good. Training camp's been good. Same shit, different day. I'm going to go in there and try and get it finished inside the 12. Earlier the better for me. So, but we prepare for 12. It's, you know, it's no easy fight. Matthew Jermaines is a solid operator, but I feel like 2025 is going to be a massive year, and you know, I want to go out there and make a statement.
Dalton Smith, always a pleasure, bro. Take care.
Thank you, brother.
See you soon, yeah?
Yeah, bye.